name is Eric. I've come here so you can interview me very clearly. Now, let's get on with the questions. Question number 1.
Well, Eric and I want to make a video about what it's like to have autism because a lot of people don't know what it's like, and Eric thought he could give them some answers. So I thought we'd start with some easy questions first. What makes you happy?
Well, movies and sometimes vacations, because they are very adventurous, and like they always say, adventure is out there.
It sure is. And what's your favorite thing to do?
Well, that would be, I have 2 favorite things. One would be going outside and playing with my friends, and the other would be going on my computer, which was built by the By and Large Corporation.
Oh, okay.
Which is why there's the company logo on my computer.
I see. Do you have very many friends?
I have about 5.
Okay. That's nice.
Alright, next question.
What makes you sad?
Seeing other people sad and sad movie scenes.
Music makes you sad too sometimes, doesn't it?
Yes, you got that right.
Yeah.
Question number 3.
What is it like to have autism?
Well, I didn't really know I had it at all until my mommy and my daddy told me about it, and I would have known if I would have also known that. Okay, I don't know how to say this. I probably would have found out without them, but that would have taken a long time for me to figure out, because I wouldn't know I would have it because I have autism, because it's kind of like you have amnesia. You don't know you have amnesia, yet you do, so it's normal to think that you don't, yet you actually do. Question number 4.
Is there anything about having autism that makes life a little harder for you than other kids?
The only thing that would really be hard for me is concentrating on stuff, because I would sometimes drift off into my head and think of other stuff while I'm supposed to be doing other things, like helping others or doing my homework, or maybe something simple like talking to someone else, because sometimes they would have to say my name like Eric in order to get my attention, because I'm lost in my head. And now a quick fact about By and Large.
Okay.
We'll mind that for later.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
And you see, so camera woman, please come a little closer, and I'll give you a little tour of my room and explain what By and Large is about.
Okay, and then we'll get back to the topic, all right?
Yes, but you don't have to be so serious like that.
I'm not serious. Go ahead.
You're being a little strict.
All right.
All right, so as you see here, I have a toy rocket. I have an alarm clock that's no longer functional. I have a New York ice globe, whatever thing you call it, snow globe, and it has the Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building, and the Statue of Liberty in it, and a little cruise ship at the bottom. This is a picture of my dog, Annie. She's a black Labrador Retriever, and we have yet to train her to actually retrieve the paper.
But what does she help you with? What is she trained to do?
Well, sometimes, there was one time when I had a seizure, and I fell off my chair in this room, this chair right here, and I fell onto the floor, and she looked at me, and she thought that I was, like, unconscious or something, and then she barked and barked to get other people's attention, and then my mommy came in here, and she woke me up, and I was just fine. And if that had lasted any longer, I probably would have ended up in the hospital. So, a shout out to Annie for saving my life almost.
That is for sure. Okay, did you want to show something else in your room?
Okay, this is a model of the Empire State Building and a map of the world. And this was my favorite class that I had out of all the classes I've had for each year.
Whose class was that?
That was, let me see their names, Miss Lardy's and Miss Hunt's class.
Oh, okay.
And as you see here, I have an advertisement on my wall for By and Large products. By and Large is noted as the most highly rated company and most popular corporation on the planet. It sells almost every item you can think of, and its many centers and office buildings and shops are located on every continent and every island. By and Large is the world leader in transport, travel, what was the other stuff? Keep rolling. Transport, travel, space, astronomy, growth, economy, and many, 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 many other things. Even things that the government would take care of, like presidential elections and democracy.
Mm.
And the only thing I'm really worried about is that they might sell so many things that they sell so much that they won't have a lot of, no, let me rephrase. My only fear of that is that they will eventually sell so much that they will have nowhere to put their extra and unwanted stuff, so the earth might become filled with trash.
Okay.
Wink.
Can I ask you a few more questions? Sometimes when you have autism, do you get worried about things?
Well, the only thing I would really worried about is sheesh, that's a really hard question.
Okay, well, we don't have to answer that one.
All right, question number 7?
Okay, what advice do you have for parents of children who have autism?
Well, okay, to all you folks out there, I would recommend that if your child has a problem with things such as schedules and habits that are not good for him or her, I would suggest the best thing to do would be to establish a routine that would help you and also help your child in doing things such as school, homework, transportation, travel, government, economy, and I only said government and economy because that's what they might be able to do when they grow up. Okay, question number 8.
Do you remember when you were little having speech therapy and occupational therapy?
Yes, but it's becoming more and more vague each year because...
Your memories are vague?
Yes, because they're slowly fading away because they're getting further and further into my past, so it's hard to remember them.
Okay.
But
do you remember when you couldn't talk?
No.
Okay, that's
no, I
good.
do not. That's so far in my past I can't even catch a glimpse of it.
Are there some things about having autism that are different than other kids? Like, do you hear sounds more? Do sounds seem louder for you? And are there certain things that annoy you more easily than other children?
Well, I sort of feel like I can see things in enhanced high definition that sometimes other people wouldn't notice. Like, if you look, like, wait, pan away for a second. Just a second. So, my idea is
Can I come back?
Yes. So, if you look closely here, stay here. If you look closely here, you might be able to notice a tiny space shuttle in here. I'm sure that will take you a while to find, but I can just stare away, stare right back, and I see it's right here if you didn't notice that yet. So anyway, I feel like I can see in high definition, and also I can hear things like that are far away. And once, probably the most famous time I did that was when I was outside in the front, as you can see right here.
Okay.
Briefly. And we were playing outside, and it was really, really, really quiet, and all I could hear was the birds chirping, but from miles away, there is an expressway that goes by our house, and the expressway is about 2 miles from here, and there are so many cars on the expressway that I can hear the cars' wheels trampling on the road with a silent sound of like a, and that sound is about 2.5 miles away, and normally it's almost impossible for someone to hear that. I mean, you could compare, if you want to understand this more clearly, you can compare this to 2 televisions. Like, normal children are the television that have, say, 5.5 surround sound, and my television or my brain can hear up to 10 or 12.0 surround sound, which is much more deeper sounds and further away sounds. And it's like I have my ears are like my own bass or subwoofer or woofer that I can carry around, and I can hear things that are very far away in very enhanced noises.
So when you're in the classroom and there's a lot of people talking, does that annoy you because you can hear every little thing that's going on that they're saying and all the noises outside too?
Well, that's kind of hard. I guess the way I could answer that would be, as previously stated by me, I said that there are many noises that I can hear that some people can't. I can hear in very high quality sounds that some other people wouldn't even be able to notice. And if you take a whole bunch of children talking to a normal person, that would sound not too loud because there'd be so many sounds they couldn't really hear it that well. But I can hear really, really, really far away things. And the class is like 5 feet away from me, and their sounds are super loud. So whenever I hear that, it really, really annoys me because it's so close and it just drives me nuts. I can't even think about what I want to.
That must be really frustrating. Are there any other senses that you have that are a little different? Like, do you like to be touched?
Well, I don't really like to be touched, but I suppose that the only time I'd really like to be touched is when I'm sleeping with someone and I could cuddle with them like a soft, soft pillow.
That's what you like about Annie, isn't it?
Yes,
Having
I do.
her around. Okay. Well, is there anything else you want to say?
Well, I hope you have enjoyed this presentation of what it is like to have autism. Now, remember, I'm Eric Revel, and adventure is out there.
Adventure is out there. Thank you very much.